Maybe any baby sa ama wo na afi no so wate ase ye se na be ya ye nyina na be te ase se oman no ekonanim anaso se ekonachi se ekonanim so a ede ne den ne pillars no na se ngina so na ngina so a ema no ekonanim sa no we beka eye the pillars anaso the drivers ema eye sebi oman ekonanim in terms of yesikasem se ekonachi so a ede empanti enema eye yen sikasem ewo Ghana memu hanom no eko eye nachi no eno nkomo ebedi ni nyina ba meka o se dwumedi e de bra wo nyina na ye the punch no eye Edu Herbal Center na ebo hoka Edu Herbal Center eseme kan cho se bra hono when it comes to eye se stroke party a me pa cho doctor Edu ewo hono mo behwa ma no aboa ma bibie tumi akoyi nti so teme nka na so wo fa bu nua bi sister bi anase eye oba bi anase obi a onim ni bia afo se sebio eye stroke ache no me no to nchia yenko eye Dr. Edu Herbal Center hono na obeboa ne ye pa ondro sonkon a ode aba na de wo mu ne se de aba foforo no na sisia ne ye bohu de rama ye pa no ne SM beaters eno ehun komo ne no ba be di na ewo eye Edu Herbal Center before tena se ye no ba be di komo na afi no o ma chiro eduro no de ye na afi so no kwa be fa so obenya bi ene de ekoso ewo Edu Herbal Center ho nyina no obete de ekoso ewo hono ye ni wi na afi no ya ba na afi abedi nkomo ye pa wo eye atofo se na de si wo parliament enne enwumre nyina na ebedi ni nyina ho nkomo but ansa na no bobo eye wo SM beaters mesi ye friend no SM beaters eye drop papa Edu Herbal bi wa ko de
Nyame adum da se brebi bia
bia fine there.
Oh me ho adin.
Nice. Hu sa.
Ye
de radiase. Radio adum kakra mi buso a. Sa ba ko na de ma me no so aka half. Me yade. We are me yade. Me dem di so senior senior fata. Na da according to nya according from. Na kana according from na ha na me ende.
E basa asebeba.
Wo ade no. Ashefo show fi Edu Herbal Center oni amundi nkomo na yento aso
me na se odofo ba bibiara o hwe me sabre the point dumadi na wani guso a o hwe e wo Kessben TV na da bia da Kojo Dankwah oni se me bayi me bo wonka ye se ukomakura na so wanchi ne mpotamu ho amponsa krumu a Aponsa Krumia Blackstone FC sabi players no squad ni nyina abi atomu a wo hwe Kessben TV the point isane se Osman Charles Chelebocho tamu nyina ehwe ba bia asase mesrewa sabi de yenkomo ene yebedie ewo Edu Herbal Hospital akachi na Dr. Edu Mohammed aka Wunimme stroke specialist enchia mapa no se memfa ma ene dadua yi isane se ye tena se ya da bia da ya no pese wono eto nchia eye chronic diseases yade kwankoro yade a wako ache na emfiri wo so na ama mpo wabamu abu se enya de obenya eno aya sabia ano aduru anase mpo no obenya chese ne poma sibre no eno na Dr. Edu say ono ebeto ehonchia bia na wo de eye asthma ateti wa che yie pa obi wa ne de kura tena ne so afiri ne nkwada bi manase mpo no bra na nije ehya ase ma ne hu wiase no saa bre na ne asthma no so no eba ya besi saa bre wonya na poma sibre bia mesrew saa wo de eye diabetes asichire yade anase mpo no hypertension mojabrosoa this is the time ya odu wani ba chirem Edu Herbal Hospital akache na se udi na so akwa prostatic issues anase mpo no prostate enlargement a mesewa da hwehwe wona chi akwan anase mpo no sabre bia na o hwe me odi no ne problem no akoye problem bia wako na so no wotena ase dwen ho etoda ya no wadwen ye o se eyefie nipa eyefie ba yie na etete wo mesrew enya sa na etie yade a wo hwe me sabre no wotutu se yade a etete opa ntukura nka enya yade bia wo obi de ye babaso gonorrhea na atete na free chese bra na nije ehya ase se abrante mesrewa sabre wo twe wo be ma kogina mantwa ba bi se wo jonso a sabio wuyi ni chorororo entime mampo na ebeba ubebo be mana no saa ano hyehyew ano ye wo ya gonorrhea na etete wo baba so ama wani je no enwie pe yo papa mesrewa da hwehwe Edu Herbal Hospital akira kwan obi wo ha sabre wo no so ne de ya agi na ni anase mpo no ama na nije atonsuo mu no eye de friend say stroke ya de chese amana nije enwie peyo mesrew uwiase a wobae enka chire kura uwiase a wobae no emma na wieye anida so ewo ho ma kopem se edu eba hospital eno ena oye ho ade pa eno na wiase nyina ebo na ba so ewo ho ampo no UK okuta award na China nso no waje ne de ewo ho a woba West Africa na sa bibrem ho a okuta 8 awards Ghana nko a 25 awards adentia stroke ho abaso body ena wiase nyina ede amana World Health Organization saso ena ne woni che Ghana Health Services so a wagina tuma FDA chese ni dwumadie ni no bi a woton no wode won stamp atim so say bam esa ne say ni nro no tatahwe a sabre me kanfo ede ama wo say e bia na stroke ntino waka hwi mu waka ohwi chair no mu stroke ntino waka akondwa mu stroke ntino nei wano achia chese utimi na ntidie nanso wonantie no ensisi so ye wonamana wo so wonsa sensen ho chese ni nyina eye stroke ena ma nei waye sanipafa ebasa wonamana ye srew wonama ebikura hu ni se ensa ena ama watete awie se amoako ne adu nanso eye stroke ena aye wo sa mesro wotena ka mu kyere kakra bia eye fa akotena na wonase atata wabre obi nso wo a adwuma wo ye market otena se kyere kakra bia afei na otese ne nas aye dududu mesre wada ebasa otu awse anansi asome nan anansi achime anansi onye police anansi onye military officer mesro enya anansi na tete onamum eye stroke na ebo won kaye nti se eba de say ya the right place ya was odu wani akire no edu heba hospital na kira kwan no ewo mankasim ba fikrum Accra odoko official town Christ Ebenezer Preparatory School no ehope na signboard ni si udu wona obisa aboframpo a odo beba ye nakache Dr. Edu Mohammed we stroke award specialist auba wankasa wobagina dikeke mesewada empani se pa ibehu nti ene ye kekere boa pusu ahomankra to ina ne Dr. Edu Mohammed eni sawoso ewo 0558 379 545 0558 379 545 Sausuna 0201 044 221 0201 044 221 and 0243 9893 68 0243 9893 68 hwehwe ye na kira kwan ewo odoko official town madika abo nka ye dada namom ansana me sore so no wisa madika ka stroke no asema kira dada say no na wiase nyina edinim Dr. Edu Mohammed na so wiase said Yesu Kristo Nyankopon enam ne so ebeje ye nkwa Nyankopon nam Yesu Kristo so ama nei ensenkyere ne yahudo bebre na ACC ewo wiase no saa so na Dr. Edu Mohammed adaroma enne wase sankrofo hyebre ewo fie wase sankrofo hyebre ewo abusuan mu edentia eye SM senior minister system monitor mesel we are strongman beaters ya odiaba alcoholic free the here say won side to me aka wo de ya na ya pa say be ma bi ho asabe wo hwe me oba na ye aduane esi wa wie no ansa na obeti bi adie no gise obu wan kɔ na obu wan cough na gise okɔ pekota na guma ansa na ho atimi aya wo den am wo gina wo nan so no abetete aduane no bi adi me say ohun omobɔ keke wo di are so be hwɛ SM akira kwan to ba ku mienu miensa ba ku mienu miensa 3 days bia make sure say we finish one bottle ne bo anya den wo dia ene say ube wie no na je say wo yi ni say ya me say to bo ase pa na wo so no ma me say ya na tu ano na bo na guna yene sa 3 days na yesa wa finish ba ku na wo to de sa no na wo to bia ma oba no so se de be ya busua no anije ebeba mu pa ebia wo be kwa adwuma beba be du fie no obi wa ne de fita adwuma ya obeba na ne sisi afi wote so oje no ho anyi wotena sika kra bia afi na ne sisi mi ya ne sisi mu kana bi mesra emu hyehye wankasa SM Peters ene betumi agi wo na se wo ye ne se wie na wo chia ho to ho a wo da na ho oni oba no so timi din komo ma wankasa timi sa afedie wa ye bema mu nti oba no mapraye so anopa na se opra ye dwumko a ene ode ema wo esan SM Peters nti hwehwe ye na kira kwan odoko official town na enei udu a ubetumi ahu ye kira kwan na betumi anya aduro no bi ato ne dodom anase mpo no man kasi mba afikrum uba won so a ubetumi anya bi ato okan shi drug lane uba ubetumi anya no doso pro atu House of Drag and so can she wa lemum or sans will be our casua and I be the page and so our La Paz Udua ubetum enya biato Kolenak ewo Kumasi Teshiman and so area a fat fojo and have a Kasapa pharmacy man can see Bafi Krumwano ahomka herban so no ubetimi enya bi sunya na wode wani kire mu a mesra wada ade a udu green light a ubenya bi sanso na goso so no ubetimi enya bi ewo Clement herba kofodua for ni kire mu ewo Gapson pharmacy na takra den so no oko AA Mensa wo takra de market circle and asempo no Kofi Kenata ni krom Hostel Charles ewo efie kuma udu ha ubetimi enya bi ato SM Bitters wose semanhia edek wose enkwa sompo hwehwe na onim wa 0201 0201 ya 044 221 0201 044 221 0558 379 545 0243 989368 edek enkwa sompo anadwi jewode na bema oye ni se na obedu fi a oni oba no bebo nkomo pa nti eba no sana se ade echi a Kwajo de me ya no se me ka sei obema bi wode ne de adane nsa nom wode adane wa ye sadwiam edi ntia ani je ni fie oba no so na no otwabo no ti 1 2 3 oba no ya wi aduane pe no akotena kwankwa anu ase eho de no wokọ akoyo chese se de be ya oba no be wi na chese wa delay time nti oba be du fie mpo no oba na ada nti ono so ye brebre no ti bidipe no wachia no ho ato na ho adan we you same boat petre na yo wo na wo she ho mesra wada ebasa ebe ha mesra wa nti jansa nom na fa SM kuru dan se de be ya dache beje ba bi agina Kwajo meko Matias na meko no se wa uni
o na dey
wa uni na ade ba kun se o se hey ebra mi no na me ho ofu ye se mpomu agudie nti se na ma se ya monto mentwene SM Bitters obe adwuma na diama wate kwa
no Matias kama
ba wi se na bibia entumi nkoyi enfa ya dia bronia tumi ansa Dr. Dubai wa besao Dr. Due yenye wudeni.
All right.
Me that say.
Yes, yeah, that's ye pa ye Edu Herbal Center NAD enkomo de omodofo for Edhek SM Bitters and omodi aba and also ote say ya bohu de just as I said no mo enebo adwuma nyina ho eka na se dwumadi ayedi nyina no mo bohu eka eno ntino ye beda say Edu Herbal Center for NAN etenadani de yedo bibiara ase yento aso na fe yeni nkomo ne meka cho se yeni mpanyfo betena se we looking at ye Ora Nana Puku, who is the general secretary of Traders Advocacy Group Ghana tag obetena se na fe so no ya head of communications abuso kan spare parts dealers association Techi Ado ono so betena se na fe yankasa yenu abe Mike the executive secretary Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, Ora Samson Asaki Awingobet. Ono so betina sena fe ye din komo afa what really transpired afa the media physical policy review na course wono eno ho enkomo ene bedi sisia. Sana meko parliament na yakohwe the course wo ho no ene mani bia Ora to force na de two dwa and then we'll hit into afenyo market ne reply or the buy as to the issues when it comes to the budget and I face the replier around Mama Yariga at the Emano and then a press conference that was held by the minority and also Bedi who enkomoye but quick one my memo what really transpired within the review budget today. So government is telling us as we speak watani nema wadani nema etumi ye pa. I mean you're looking at the GDP growth or say from 2025 na 6.0%. Say ano abanenim quarter 1 when it comes to year 2026 akwaku PM 6.4%. Honum and akwaku do sisia. What it means is that according growth abemu. Now inflation and also oboso it said somewhere around December 2024 na 23.8% as we speak. June we hovering almost about 5.7% as we speak and no June 2026 figures are or the MIN. So and I will share a debt to GDP or say above from 61.8%. I could see a year from that was 2024. And Sisi Aminoka said 45% in June 2026. And no, and I will see. Then he says the reserves are your I bet me that year Juma year per import cover. And no, a 5 months I will hold them solid. And you know, will be a year more ensh, you know, when it comes to that. Now, another turnaround that Odi Enkomo yepa has to do with a year in Sikano Sidino or Sidino Akonenim yepa. 2025, you know, now and then a year 40.7%. It has appreciated by 40.7% in 2025. What it means is that economy is stable, but does it really, that CD now, you know, does it really tell that story? Our form her say indeed, yes, sana CD no ete our form her no mana, ibidini na so enkomo ye. But then it comes back to say that government will not, come take any supplementary beer, but they will want to maintain the 2026 appropriation remain na akano omo form and country. They want to go ahead and then move on with it, but they will focus on expenditure realignment. Senior betimi ye expenditure and nema ye disika ye say ye to say ye den ye expenditure ni nema nyina de behwe na ye realign ya hyehyɛ ni ye se na be ya ye betimi edisika na sebi ekraye no ye tumi aye ni ye kakra. Now, one of the biggest things everybody who come on there again has to do with the trade. Na trade for no mekai sem rebi atwemu ye bahabedi hu enkomo eka nsembibri efa the AI publican AI trade solution for niam omeda kwesi port mo egigi sika sisi the AI energy sika no. So analysis the finance minister Eddie Ebetu Dwano tells us that analysis 366,000 import declarations and out of it 24% were flagged for valuation risk. Not just how I know some more value no na enkomodie no atochima kakra on that one score. And I face say AI public no so no etumi aboa ama dictate niema na nka sebio omo under declare say dwedifo no kofa niema ne ba na ebia omo under declare 14 na omo say 20 15 almost say 6 na omodi aba no no hu adwuma yie pa. And then again or say collection cost no whooping almost about $300 million and na omo ensa ekaye. Now we're looking at gold board and foreign reserves, because I know the minority hit on gold board and its debts and in my cost so but what the finance minister captured is a gold board generated almost about 15 billion in forex inflows. And a bear more, and after so current account surplus of from 1.9% to 8.3% of the GDP. What it means is that gold board is really positioning well and getting your foreign reserves, a manu age na year pa. The target 15 months import cover by 2020 is na me di ho komono and then you share what we call the big push. Now the big push is what buying atu neni so say obehwe ama sabi yebetimi agina so na ye aye eniema bebre ewo omam hanom ye kan the big push na or kan kire yen say eniema bebre obeye bi to say road projects cost Kumasi Expressway ene baby brono baby yakwan meme kwan say da denta dodo akwan so say omo dwuso ye brepa but omo guso omo ye ho adwuma ye befa na kakra sa. So he's saying say almost 87 projects and so now or 74 trunk roads and so bridges and almost ACA 10 urban roads and so 3 feeder roads and almost now he's looking at almost about 6.5 billion paid to big push Juma on person I think it's almost about 10 or so billion or more 6.5 according that. Now the Kumasi Expressway, that is almost about 176 kilometers, 6-lane highway, no, omo eguso young juma. And then or the two just say, Omashada has set up a account at Bank of Ghana. Omo the ebabe your friend is saying Kumasi Express Highway, no, omo the young juma be account as you say, I say there. They have almost about $1.7 billion. I gumo omo edebabe Kumasi Expressway. No, what it means is that the project duly. The year then we're going to have that 6-lane Kumasi Highway. No, so that is some of the things that the mid-year budget review, buy. Then you're looking at the energy sector where he says that gas to power strategy replacing light crude oils. You see, I know or bon homodin bia say obema gas to power strategy. Say first, light crude no idea they are looking at some way you sue they will form gas to really fix some of these things very well. And then it's going to save an asset from 2026 first half almost to me save almost about 3.08 billion on and on and on. And one of the most important things that Osaka Bio has to do with almost about 1,200 megawatt state-owned power plant. And then another one they bid come on within a week, and I'm sure the traders are very, very eager to listen to this one, has to do with the tariff reduction. So the tariff reduction is going to be 10 to 20%. And no come on and but maybe agriculture some about the Kenya, but they parliament. Now yen share ora to forcing. So the video now ready commenting and I said touching on the big push, yen share na fi e ba me da fenyo mark ndi no so atwa so amount.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. Government Big Push Infrastructure Program is driving the largest coordinated investment in strategic transport infrastructure in recent years, with projects underway in all 16 regions of the country. Mr. Speaker, work has commenced on 87 projects, comprising 74 trunk roads and bridges, 10 urban roads and 3 feeder roads. Mr. Speaker, by end of June 2026, 13 projects had reached at least 50% completion, including 6 projects that had exceeded 75%, while a further 15 projects had progressed beyond 25% completion. Significant progress has been made on key corridors, including the Kaswa-Winneba, Takrade Aguna Junction, Ofanko in Sawom, Tepagoso, Adentandodowa, Tema Aflao, Penny Aflao, Wenchi Sola Atimpoku Ho Aflao, Tumu Han Laura, Tumu Navrongo and Winneba Cape Coast Takrade roads. Right, Honorable Speaker. The construction of the Swami Interchange Phase 2, the Sunyani, Tamale and Kumasi Outer Ring Road are progressing. Mr. Speaker, feeder road projects in the Eastern Volta region are also improving access to farming communities and market access. During the second half of the year, government will fast-track project nearing completion. Mr. Speaker, improve contractor performance and remove bottlenecks to ensure they are completed on time. Right, Honorable Speaker, I take you to the Accra-Kumasi Expressway. Mr. Speaker, the Accra-Kumasi Expressway remains the flagship under the Big Push program. It involves the construction of 176-kilometer, 6-lane bi-directional expressway linking Ghana's 2 largest commercial cities. When completed, Mr. Speaker, the expressway will reduce travel time between Accra and Kumasi to about 2 hours. Improve road safety, ease congestion, lower transport costs, and feature modern interchanges, bridges, intelligent transport system, electronic tolling, emergency response facilities, and rest spots. Mr. Speaker, Ghana government has made substantial progress in the project preparation. As of 22nd July 2026, yesterday, the Ghana Armed Forces have cleared 122 kilometers, representing about 70% of the 120-meter wide right-of-way in just 12 weeks. Mr. Speaker, the entire corridor is expected to be cleared by the first week of September 2026. Right Honorable Speaker, compensation assessment, environmental studies, engineering design, feasibility works are progressing simultaneously. The feasibility study and detailed engineering design are expected to be completed by end of August 2026, next month.
Parliament in AVA talking about the media review no Hong but clearly the tradition in Parliament allows the minority and the majority to also make a comment na fe yatwa no eso but no muno na a minority penyinia or don man no mighty minority me cause here afenyo marking saying a comment on the budget. This is what he said.
You are threatening members of Parliament with prosecution. Let me serve a warning to the Attorney General that the ravening clouds shall no longer be victorious. They shall not long possess the sky. Be careful. 2028, you'll be in opposition. 2028. If you are not careful, Mr. Speaker, if you don't stop now, want to me there and want to me will be out and you go in. So I'm advising you, let us all be measured. We welcome the reforms by the finance minister, and for the first time he did something patriotic by acknowledging the digitalization reforms we introduced in government payments. Today he has acknowledged it. Mr. Speaker, we commend you for acknowledging MPP. We commend you, but you can do better. Tell your government to free all political prisoners.
Minority leader ena Oten in Kano na yenim se obedi nkomo clearly on the matters now. The finance minister erasing, but of course, or the FR won to me and coming back in 2028 and all the matters no raising and I'll share. But clearly, Ebani say na a hard year pass. So I have heard comment where people are asking, so Uncle Sahine, I don't know one could deeper into the media budget review. No one did Hong but he took opportunity to speak on wound to me issues, and all that. But clearly, Okasa we majority Mahamayarga SO Eman
Majority have raised. You are threatening members of Parliament with prosecution. Let your government to free all political prisoners. Majority have raised. I'm surprised that when we have been presented with a mid-year review of the budget, we are seeking to castigate the judiciary of this country. You are castigating the judiciary because it is not the Attorney General who convicted Wontumi. It is not Atufosun who convicted Wontumi. It is a judge who convicted Wontumi. So the place to go to is the court where he has been convicted. Go and fight your case in the court.
Enti Mahamayarga ena Oten Diano. Now, the minority held a press conference right after the budget review, the media budget review, our parliament, and then of course I knew Adam and Ekasa Emomo regarding what they really wanted to talk or describe the media review budget. And the Adam, they also Ekafa
review presented by the Honorable Minister for Finance. As you agree with us, this government, from what has been submitted in Parliament, can best be described as talk more, do little government. Because the review has confirmed our description of the original budget, the 2026 budget, as having only bones, no meat. And for that matter, can best be described as Koscielny budget. The minister tried his best to do what he does best, propaganda. But his own data gave him out. His own data showed that the honeymoon is over. They are now faced with the reality because this budget is empty. And because it has no meat and they have no story, again, the minister resorted to blame game. They've been doing this blame game from the time they assumed office in 2025. And after 18 months in government, they are still doing blame game. The Ghanaian people voted for them to deliver just that and not to blame the previous government. But as you all heard from the minister's address, there is nothing to tell the people of Ghana. I will point out to you some of the confessions the minister made. Confessions in respect of issues they disputed last year and early this year. I will also point out some inaccuracies in the presentation,
so clearly
as well as their failure to implement
budget
some of the programs they promised the people of Ghana.
NDC seems to be having more of blame game and all that. And so clearly, is it truly an empty budget and now so say a blame game and and he specifically says for 18 months now they are still doing blame game when it comes to our finances and after see financial say we chroma no anybody be home come and next time they can and paying for teacher whenever be come to do that with me me senior man Nana Poku General Secretary Ma Traders Advocacy Group tag or tifia no ever be come yepa and after so minia bema techi ado head of communication aboso kan spare parts dealers association and after so minia bema Samson Asaki on also Executive Secretary, Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. On your text messages is welcome and face our live or your Facebook, your Kessben 92.9 FM Accra. Kessben 92.9 FM Accra. One sa ebe kanye wo honom da face will comment or like your page so mame na for commenting na making kind in mind. Then send your WhatsApp and your text messages and also number no and that TV no so rubi hu e wo honom na fe ye de odi no so atwa so amambe for we chamu bibia bokode.
Ya Joso Abraham.
Yeah, that's it. Say you turn safre mo nwumre maba your show so there but ben den. And na finance minister Ekokenkan the mid-year fiscal policy review no ehun komo enokokodi and mra HSS so koyesa eno ntino wakwa koye. But me no be shase ora Nana Poku just your overview of what really and what no just an overview, then we can come to specifics now. Opesa would do but in all, I mean, what minority leader, what majority, what the budget in itself, Nagasano, Atofos and Dr. Ebekin Kayan. What's overview on some of these matters that we're raising?
That's a minute. My main far a quaya or the Amay is when I mention Minianum, Mino studio. Techi. Ufra America buy and che.
Sir.
Donald Trump.
I said, okay. One can count, one count.
Yeah, Penny, Asaki, Ringo Betty, so where the hours Yachian, mean to me, Shannon,
Savi Chamano.
Tag president, David Kojo Preko or no so share. And I dread for Ghana, a free crime. A copy Takra Day, a free Takra de Kukumasi Tamale. A dread for Ghana, Yamaubia Adjo. Budget na yura a Kessel ato forcing doctor. A PhD on your mopanye intino. Say be a budget panion or India. Yeah, better say. Me share budget no overview now. Me feel say NDC as government consolidate gains. Okay. One of the factors me share say me tie no. Me who say they've taken steps omode obroni beka say omode age omo amamu no ho bambo. So no, they've consolidated it in a way chese utumu say se bibia nsi a day or how bibeba economy no more. I think they will keep running and running better with the stability of the dollar no. Any near marketing kitibia womo etimi ejinejina no. In fact, you see the abaso say e bono no yemfa ma won. Yemfa nye edwadisem na yemma mekase sebe womo model. In fact, so Okaza me share the total overview of this budget that they've consolidated their gains. Okay. And I think say with proper vision, they can advance very well. Okay. But in some kakra bi any woman ready for the able to exactly.
Beba hopa na bedi sound community. I mean to overview on the course in area your take on that.
Chairman PNC chairman and yeah me bra panyi na poku na michia wa uni abema so ti ya abema
oh yeah okay yeah
so ti ya kwa na michia Ghana adwa fonya na michia Ghana adwade fonya na maminda minister nasi honorable ato forcing I think say they are for now they are the better managers of this economy so far as Ghana is concerned for now Oma manage omuye pa na oro force no sana wanye dede keke but ya na sometimes no ye president ya ni eja nipa bakobu akiri Azigadongo Azigadongo was the first person starting the front and Nyantokwa na do from 2017 to I think say 2020 asaki so bekaya onu na oma yihu say sana ye wo economy minister Maguire ukaya say Manchester bobo na ye be she go no Maguire o defend man you no mo she onu mo she no home opponent na I say Ken no yes say woman the economy no they be no or she go eti o man Ghana eti no I think say ewura to force na pound for one yade pa ba ye fa ni nyina ye fa ni nyamfa ma no ye fa bi ma ye friend sepo honorable Akwesi Sapon GI commissioner
okay
before finance ministry ni be jan na so no ne gina first tax revenue metima generate amount mine no say omotimi am bom homodin ura Akwesi Sapon mo na pound for I don't think say finance ministry metima choke this success na ne fa nyama ura John Mahama because ohun bibi wa ura to force me no peke no wo hwe ministry na ebi wo mo perform but ura Mahama na ye de ne appoint wo it is your perform on asem na ye de ye ka it will be some general overview there I think say okay some percentage wise there I can give them 90% so far
90 right
exactly
wow
90% they've done well because for me because you know, I'm not for expect to say you be introducing new tax and then no how can you become
yes
I think say they've done well
okay
this government I'm a hoodie and another can you more pass say bibia me sim say bia tsunami and say bibi say me boom even though I'm mobile so no cry no say Russia Ukraine one say go so koso ye nya America and Iran and Israel tokwa e koso but dinya no they kept their composure very carefully e put Ghana e do some map bi a ye nyina be den ye be ho beto ye ntino I think say kudos to the finance minister and his executives so they've done well
all right some say maminti on the score na fe member na puko na umbibi na maso am from there
Mama, I have for the first thing.
T4.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Ajo, and I present.
Yeah, no.
Majo.
Yeah.
Wa mwanya mrianka na uba bi science untimi nkada odi aka ono roso kwa
project and the first year me ba ha
oba so ye no kra
na me chia afafo a am follow the point and me chia 24 mo Ghana monti ne ba betre ha yes that they see our face but the people behind doing the business you know as some everything and ever can be no correct mama can sure say so your friends and Richard Japa right
yeah
we are ton shoe papa man no ton shoe papa man Richard Japa and that's
the
yeah so you're going Japa because na enim say can offer atam ene odam no money yansa eda to function ana nimdia ana anyanyama awo to function no person mo chichiri no by force kwato nsanwa e joma ma bae no se kora dan sama ma ko ma fa na baba ya minister of finance it has been yeah did no he was right was not almost pursue brava support mu no mo pa to function kwato nsanwa by force Nyango Ponstra to portion, and then the deputy. And then the entire advisors that advised these two gentlemen at the Ministry of Finance. Nas Srem Ko GRA Commissioner General President Mahama, he has made a good choice for his government in terms of economic management and fiscal policy. There, you could see the difference between an investment banker being a head of affairs of the economy and an economist and finance person. Because he understands the figures, he understands economic policy, social policy, as compared to investment banker. An investment banker is looking for profit all the time or have profit. They've been over here, no profit. Not doing on Ken Oforata was an investment banker. And two person is an economist. So he understands social. Look, Obama, books in come look at the first year in government. Eko do second year. One introduces tax. Yet you are making the magic that they are making. One introduces tax. They rather abolish tax. In fact, at the time he was abolishing the tax on his first and his second budget, 2025 and 2026 budget. Now, the same fair market and others was raising their voice, asking, now, when you know when you scan away, or see, upon all the abolishment and pulling down VAT from 21.9 to 20%, no, abolishing e-levy, COVID levy, betting tax, that's no. You are introducing new tax, no, unyeskapa. Now, if you will, or science, a common sense, not because how the taxes, introducing new taxes. Say about what say your baba did there is Utiana. So what ya? The fear yansa near the school yansa can't hear Jumano. Near the good advisors can offer that one or not over to a meeting. The directors, the advisor canino, over to make a we are no person. So far on all year now, you know, and one. At two forcing, if you go to Minister of Finance, Dr. Otu Achampong. They are the people there who economic senior economic advisor. They are the people supporting them. And fantastic guy. Ato Fortune is fantastic. His deputy is fantastic. And every since they came, every 1.5 years now they pick the cedi to dollar at 14 cedis. They are $14 cedis. I don't know. I saw a large business and $1. 7 January and Joma to the throne. Now, custom were using 13 cedis. 1.5 years down, Leno. custom rate at the port is not up to 12 cedis. Dollar to the city is not up to 12 cedis.
Maybe so. Never be this uncommon, but
presentation of kind. Now I end the cross say coupons now the mature omutua na amuntua. External debt no otua na ontua. Yetua. They won't pay no pay. Have you had any day since over 1.5 years? 18 months. Have you had any person here a communist of finance ato your risk? I don't not ashamed. I don't not ashamed. Yakoka want to be some of parliament. And to the go back to court. So we call appeals. They say they are going to appeals. So that has not to comment on the budget presentation. Say I had no credit, I had no credit. No credit to say him say.
We're going to have 10 minutes each on these matters. So, right now, let's drink deep. Baby, Ufiba as in Traders Advocacy Group Ghana. What year 2025-2026 budget, or the review, mid-year physical review number. More side, Edian Pane Wumwa, more for say a bekoya mama, and also say enkoye mamo.
Oh, Miniamidas. Mathieu Yura out of force. Na I know dodgy before ya na maintenance here. We say and from so be baby.
Okay.
Na I was so near Shiani a channel baby as I'm from so. So yes, sir. It is our sa couple man one chair pan. Ever had. Tina me bisata chikra. Na minimiye se eden ya make us say obeti. Because I make us say tiana obeti. Sanzo na mu amutia mo ne kasa na mo kan jenze adwadifo hwehwe no. If is eniema bi atochema kakra bi ewo ne nsam ni bia odigo apono so no.
Okay.
Ohwe VAT Kwanya opese ofaso nanka VAT enya proper reforms na still intiminya enwa enyina so hono if you say adwadifo no dodo na fi say yenya yanimo hari ya yenya ni yetua da bia enti nanka I was looking at a plan. Informal sector no. You better reach out to them. So I say, now enquire traditional burden to traditional taxpayers and na aka da bia na abanye we ene nsuo to e mekwanya tutu and I say saniema ni nyina e wo se aban timi fa kwan bi so kill perception no se sika ne yagi a yeni na mom sika kro na ye de eye sa niema we num nyina se nyina o kan ye tie bi se internally generated fund a o manya ene ye de ye Kumasi Accra highway enya asem papa o mo ba ye minti so makọ market ekopebosia ma tise wo mu ekrokres ka no ma betete kwan ya no ato ma hello you was how but why not you say on konkoji on is not in the hand on tise ya no oh on konkoji because minia odika ya pa mete ba ku bi so ka say next year sika bia ye koji bedi ye so amanfa so ye betua so no so when you good manager and utubu so prepare ebedu next year no ma pesika no za monye mu ade so yes a utubu so nke di shake up ebe basika obodi no anya nkwala asem eti me ba VAT na so bio no VAT ne nhyehyɛ no mesre no enye yie ti said ye wo mu no hunu no
okay
so no omun sam ye nhwe ne yie na ye na da ne ma yie so no because okami bi say engofo jeje VAT na omu adi na wonu a ye use hwe say obi a oje VAT bia betua no omu ni proper monitoring abeda nipa no oje awoni so you know it also the electronic system ebeba but ya na dem pese mi bisa ne say your IT for okrom ha your IT and na meeting bia me kwa ma mi hu say krom ha your IT for ha. They should assemble people together and train them to come up with softwares. Enkoye third party software. Where are working, or sign contract no. Yeah, the electronic. Kubewani akofa company bi no abana we agenda no agenda na ebasa. The finance ministry also almost sit down and say they should put people with brains there. Namun can't say this is what we want to do. I'm more on my neck. So no, ni apekwa befa so devices Ghana card ye nyusu no 20% kwa intimi nyusu no. And no so na ebetimi afa so informal sector ni nyina obi betimi reach out to everybody to pay. So no, eti VAT ni de no ehọ no meje bia ma menua no. Okay. Omu di bia soso. So no mini wojide ese e besa akobio. Na niema nketenkete bi porto de ani ada ni nyina ya hwe ama baabi a enkoyie no. Omu be frɛ no ma engage a ye be kire wo.
Meba port no super but asama kind is the informal sector where we not even understand that we clearly omu mutua proper tax but we just about 18%.
Now
18% is
on my population is almost 36 million.
Yes.
Would they change 15.3 so 15.3 now the better ni faso na enkwala abodamfo any woman sabi woman nyadwuma another 15 million emu bi a government sector workers we formal sector and the mo be informal na say at cost and na say at net ni nyina no 2.6 million people and they pay taxes Ghana. I will not handle them from now. Successive governments are abanyina be pinches ebranya omo fairly Ghana. So no Anuntina edwadifuo kuokuo akese ne saa wenum nyina ho a ewo se nkomo die nyina ba together ya hwe kwan e be fa so a informal sector no ye betimi amana ye well organized so no na binary mi agi okwa na to force ndwane ompezo obesia edwadifuo ompezo obesia no a representative masa come let's sit down let's show you the way. Ya chau road no at the end of the day no mo amonu sumu wonim dia mo suesua no mo betimi dia adwen akeka bom ahunu kwan a informal sector no ye betimi agizika free because here techi wo shop aboso okan oton shock absorber anaze ball joint no be the table abesi techi animo wonu so the ball joint ni bi aguso woto baby atechi kotu no na ho na onusu kotu ne de no onusu akofa bi afiri ho ade abegu table so enipa ne ba techi shop a onuru ho onu techi shop akwana no ho no anwan so to the level a nipa no ontimi resist obeto table so de no no jai techi die na owo guarantee no so no GRF ba table so ni no GRF nim no techi na waji shop no ehọ na GRF be ko na techi ni kapre na do no to table so no wasi abrosansa. What are we doing to capture all these people? obiti makola osam ne niema o table so adan o kromu an ye kan o yembe show o ka chani so onyi shop o se puto muna mu scanner mo se no
wow
onu na ye first point of call and say na nipa na onu aboka akwaje shop a wo timu no wakoye last point o etino ha udo pa ya mo fa camera na mu kokrom e ma agi shop e me ma agi shop o mu nyina esu because say a free bed 3-4 years in kwala awie school in obi anya dwuma anya to bia nani a kire dwom market areas no bia nani a kire obepe bibia ton no so ne nsa be kona no nkanya bone but ye hwe ekwan ye be fa so a
okay
ye be formalize ni yie ye be hihye ni yie a ban benya ni sika
wakasapa
so no na nkoye bibi ti se wo mu etua no wo mu a no mu gusu tua ko ye wura e ka sei a o mu di AI be chinchim ye nsai o ma chinchim ye nsa ende e meka
be AI no so say AI ne de
a o mu chinchim ye nsai
chemano no nya de ba te ba so
o mu ni me ya dio o mu ni me ya dio o ma chinchim ye nsa o u chinchim obi nsa nye scanner ko ka se uchinchim adwadifo nsa ska wanya ni a unye hu wa na utiti o because ye adwadifo no uchimi nsa yesu e be chimo man nsa omudi no be kam kwe omu zo a
ye kam because o books here fine. I mean, I see things here with inflation 5.3 and a policy rate 14% and oil no crack $85, but still land you to me but down why they're still telling you say
no na baba to techi na baba to ye no enu ti na ni se economy no wo mo chechire edi sign all the time no they should take the business community along. Me, Samini Dr. Kesofosina. And can they be a uniform here? And come no never juma. So no. Can they be a some issue consueni just to get the information right? Now what timia you minister na manade? All right. And yes, charade there, your bear budget anu atiesi kronu akona di. David, and yes, charade. Yan kasa ne tie adwadifo ne so no e ba sa e ma asomdwe ba ana tachimba no
tachi mami tio afere yen ko DPA pa na afere o how ene so uhu ego ni no afere ko inside para mi tio yes
obekaya 2019
yeah
14th April
yeah
Ghana move from standard value eco benchmark value policy discount.
Yeah.
Nana poku.
Yeah.
That na you uguta right?
No.
Na only guta.
Na at that time
ya disassociate.
No. Ya disassociate.
Na time na sa policy ni buy no dwelifo ko shia eco tonyo abema wie nyame bo she no very specific about the song. That's what almost as almost here. This person almost to here. Say we are saying na be na we say you introduce benchmark discount policy you say bibia ba na area edwede be koso wano na omu we fi say satana dollar no e kosoro so we introduce sa policy no na ka dollar ne ba form na e be reflect wo form ohoro na finance minister na be ka say wa ma sa discount no general goods e 50% and na vehicle na dey e 30% or so na sustainable board ya and the 2022 no msa yi free so ni say you 100% do import duty all say edwadefo no wo katon wie no when the come market ko check here so na edwadefo ni bi complain say dey bi emo ayen dollar na kosoro emo ayen because omuntie ni ebu omu praise say eye ne kosi wosa no okay fast forward if on to all say tax here ka ho asem nyina yi me say assistant by say me chia akosi sapon commissioner general me say me e ka me ko a na nka o man no be yi a anka buy sakrapa ye for ho man for 10 years
air commissioner no
yes na say minister team be catch say the introduction of AI, it means $300 million.
Yes.
That's a percentage grasp of 70.5%. That means they've done well. I said, I can see a boy. Now, Pokutiano, one case with AI, no. A TFU, how much and Abukas or Debbie. Yeah, well, this frequency be Oma, MY, and the age. That's the reason you have 12 committee of technical 12 member committee. Yes, and your because I say be Oma. But in the marshal, they've done well. Says you can find the echo. You know why you remember? I know you catch it say, Ura Miss Call say, Custom officers in be, ne faithful the city be, bo money chrono. Johanna, Ura Bomeka say, oh, you be paperless because of the corruption they cause in trap. Paperless, nay good. But I'm manage your port one, I find you my then a AI in a be remuno. Even though still quite if you see problem, but it's better than before. Now, Oba Edrenima, a 2 year to I was so kind. One out here to ono, a kakrebi. Oko Matayoko branch, me body. Me general secretary call her. Now, I call hormono. At that time last year, no, now almost smart or more Kessben or marketing. You boo her, won't you? What we said, Jay, no, you are marketing, almost show never know, near my boo. If you are more 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Say, Tia. It's as an association, your co-commissioner. I'm not saying, Mamma Messon, Oma annual, no more walking. Every office on only 200 pay. I was saying we are close to 50,000.
Wow.
And scale. Say scale.
Yeah.
You need to be shaking. It means say a lot of people are not paying tax. It's only your business. And they say,
or even they are paying, they are not paying the actual taxes.
No, you see, I don't want to go there. It's not about actual. Because the minister they kind of, no. Now shop A to your tax, shop B to your. One and Nima Bob before one and Nima Bob wedding. No consumer never now share now corner all the nobody and so be general shop, maybe I know to your tone. Sure. What's one to mine? Okay, your hammer. Reverend Amishadai, ebe introduce sa compliance no. What to store one, near smoke for 4. You better store no. Uto eya ni atworo ni record the call.
Yes, okay.
What can say issue no? Me na poku na ti hei. Amishadai office. Me ne commissioner ba ku nyantokwa. Nyantokwa ketwa. Ke kan sem ka echere me, ba na fa me ho na no say me the right thing. Ye no abuso kan fo ya say me ye ne nye. So na me ko company de emo na poku na ti hei. I was ID we are. Me can be see maybe a year to force a say. Some use electronics, you know. About the same format in India na say the same. Because informal sector there, electronics is whole. Network couple in India was so kind. Ubabuso kan MTN in Juma, beside Lamisi. What could Lamisi? Or Basso Baby interview Lamisi Bisano. Yet me interview no. Na izu yet network in Juma Buso Kansa. MTN for Mutia. Some near my body now, more yen network abusukan. Me chiramo. And yet, massa, into the trucks away. It will be the same. So I say, so my bitch, I know. So we have to force the team, no. They are preparing for explanation. I know. So after budget, no, I'm by the next day, every church, because when you are to go, about the church, come fast on me. No, can be about. Or say, okay, be about 60% of potential VAT revenue due to what? Non-compliance. Yes, I'm going to that's a loss. So, whose fault? Or not about or see because of compliance and what and systematic inefficiency. And you want fault. Say a Jerry workers, a Jerry fault me because we'll be at one, we'll be a deacon much low, but one day when they saw corner so, nasi, education. You could ban your education. So now, I say, GRA, omo ni measures bi or what, omo ni various associations, no, be collaborating na omo ni members, no, ISRD na say, and I say, omo ni, just say, they be say, ruin is saying, they don't do education. Here, budget, fantastic budget, fantastic budget, obia, what we sebi, what we reasonable Ghanaian beer who say budget way. So budget you read ya, you introduce new tax beer and papa. because tax ni kuma man no tax ni kuma dwedi taxes and say bibia because who you do tax I say we kuma adwuma so far say you trade tax bia dey that's budget me papa no say e bo ho ban ba na emu no ni wo mu no na ebisa questions no ayi ho adwuma no ho asede no dwedi na say dwedi no obi woni ni di quote say bi o tax on ti ase wo na say okọ say workers na munya ye mo we invest on pay adwuma ye mu employ more eye contract 6 months or 6 months mo bra market mo abuso kan obu o ha ne kan o table o store she baby o ba store no wo baby na table no abontin enti we pause twen me pa o fe bi on store no abeton the yes abuso kan congested ni na inside obu wa na say table bebre na o kwa no sa obi anya space very problematic.
Capture them.
So that's it. No, Oma resale GRE before about with my no 14 million. Oma we working with GRE normally 6 million. 18 million no more infan. I want to say no.
Wow. Huge numbers so.
Okwa manonia, oto peswa. You see $20 20.999 cents. Over so no okoto wie pa na tax da so na kodu $30. Over ko oto ya na tax da so na kodu $6. You don't feel it. Because I know say a commissioner general making it clear say the more people to pay revenue tax no
the rate to come down.
Yes. Here already by Estonia on tax regime no. They are one of the best tax system in the world. Estonia. Utia kwa mfili suppose utia. Magana de nkofo kakra bi because are buying successful administration yanti mi create adwuma papa bia magana for. The more create adwuma no na unya more revenue.
Korea 45 million population. It move 40 million registered taxpayers.
Taxpayers and they are paying too.
Out of the 45.
Out of the 45.
40 million.
40 million taxpayers.
This government can do the same thing. The government will also still now enjoy the honeymoon. No.
Yeah.
Do you know how I'm saying so? No? Because of performing, sectors be being. So we enjoy the honeymoon. And I don't exchange rate you're saying. What's a beautiful complaint about exchange rate view? And then me say na man bi wa buso kan e ka say aba we buy anything be $1 ko do ntino yetimi kan e baba sa man me kan so oboa sa video do mo nyina oboa o ka say oboa onye o man bapa mo ka change straight you see yan kan kwa kire impedifo ni bu ha o metu futu egu gofo ni what to do okay and then who is talking about dollar exchange rate again
yeah
and if a policy rate from 28 about 14
yeah 14
whether you like it or not oko interbanks na because say sometimes o 28 no e wo 28 no na oko interbanks na o interest rate is saying na 36 to 40%,
45
and they saying because of say aban we are very careful putting the economy no in the right path. We are not saying omonya all right.
Yeah, sure.
They be course ministry by ministry. Some of them are performing abysmally, and some are see, fantastic gentlemen. Because I will say, Gold Board, MIN, PMMC, none of your office war.
Yeah.
Because I said, "Now, for you, maybe a war." Now you're done, no be no because we are journalists sitting up here on your done. But now okay Gold Board, Pobia says Sami Jefi. What I say is our question no.
Visible.
Obi e cast Gold Board pay when did able. Sami Jefi because this gentleman is performing. And able at a friend Ora to force din. Yebo a friend say Anthony Kosapo Commissioner General ebo ni din. Yen ka say ni omo ye nya aye 100% o. But omo percentage wise na omo performing than any Orama appointees. And the Juta macro fantastic. Obeka chere self, you know, yenya intokwane course one. Sa Iran, America, Israel no. Okay say we should be panic. Ye benya fuel for 6 weeks.
And
and pass. This is promiser. Lawyer, editor work with the Magana for. Esquire. So, Kojo, so we share budget na revenue tax when to me introduce new tax in Kwandia, I say then you say
fine.
But name no kwan best obefa sa electronic mobilization collection kwame no me fa so ura me sade ade ni bia na so to ne go for be transfer no uton area so because purpose edwuma no wo beto be ko no mechanic be ka say difference wo
papa
so why issue e dida invoice am ndo mo de ko o ma record dida who be that cost.
That's a good question.
Yes, who be that cost. So me hu
Okay.
kwame no me fa so
Okay.
so that say
Okay.
wo ye be ka
Okay.
wo nya so ya be tra ka
Sharp.
that's it.
That's pa. Something, now the real issues. What T figures in all the percentages, the taxes and all that. Every port to the end, so na any ever shall say with the AI and yama but clearly the himpa now so who say a kuye pa and also say enkuye pa when it comes to the present one or Kanye.
I think if care is not taken by the time we leave here, they will call that another work of our NDC for about 2.
Every to me see.
Na NDC for me
But and this no cry the aka.
no kwa de
Of course.
ya tra sagro no.
I agree.
I
Ya tra sagro no.
I believe say I believe say at a person or ye the factor say on or ye. Now figures now or the tutu ni na no. Area na etomi kuma pa na mu say I am the pa any free zone issues not raising no.
Okay.
And it's transit goods issues not raising.
Transit goods in yes.
And it's warehousing issues not raising. And I was excited that he acknowledged that is it 2018 or 2019 MP banned this electronic act nearby.
Yeah, act nearby, yeah.
But I think they didn't implement it the latter.
Oh, no, they implemented.
And he came to implement. So he was telling Apoyang,
yeah.
I am implementing it.
Yes.
That's a fantastic minister. He acknowledged. It's get like writing an essay and taking someone's work without acknowledging.
Yes.
There's plagiarism.
Yes.
So he acknowledged. Then, of course, he said, right now, say, with the press for cargo bar, 3 months. Because they are reforming, they are going to do some changes in the law, amendment or whatever they talked about. With the non-perishable cargo bar, 6 months. Ex-way housing, I think it's 3 months or so, or is it 6 months?
3 months.
Upe say 2027, or is it 2027? Budget no. Burkina Faso customs, Niger customs, they will come to our port. To say what's goods on transit now. Yeah, just kind of. I think say Bawumia raised this issue too as well, but they didn't. The federal government didn't implement it. That is going to help us hugely in terms of revenue leakages. And I say, with the Nemokoto warehouse now, because the accounting papers now I think that is also going to help. So ultimately, way now, I believe say when I took a friend saying, GR Commissioner General reference saying,
Anthony
Gosapo can answer no. Say yes, we have a scale system now. Then import duties rate now our port on. Yeah, we also come and say you are now making the revenue 35% import duty for cooking oil or other things. No, reduce it. 20% import duty for rice and that is no. Because these are commodities now, daily consumptions. What do you say? Even though a buyer want to restrict certain importations to back local production, I support that. But until when we have the quantities so that there won't be any insecurity, then we, from where I sit, I will say, oh, why not? Government, go ahead. Just like, say, Republican AI, when they made the pros and the cons, I said, a banner, policy we used to hammer 2022, 2023, 2024. In fact, 2024 that was election. We were hammering at least COVID level. The government presenting their budget in March, in November 2024. No, they should have abolished something to get to win vote. In fact, at one point, but we ever catch us say tax na ye can na say o carbon grandpa and do 1%. And they be saying, so why don't you let them reduce? That was what he said. That say or you now go buy over there.
Yeah.
And they said, why? Oh, yeah, and oh, yeah, my and I China, baby. But say, what do you, baby, and I China, oh, yeah, what do you say? That was how we were so angry for the government because at that time, 24 were making losses. Inflation was killing us. We do see go to bank, you won't get dollar. We quite large dollar, they will know. Now here's that one. So, presenters now to force here no. Percentages are not can no. They are factual, okay. They are factual. Payment down omoye ni no. They are factual. Growth indicators now okay on the 2026 budget no. Say by this you want to grow GDP by this growth reserve. In fact, on my as I say by 2028 no. Your gross reserve say maybe 2 chima 15 months. So you start okay. Because you already quite 15 months. But as you speak, before Atufosin came, now your gross reserve, I think it was 1 point something or 2 point something. Now into 3 months. And then okay no half year no see your gross reserves for 3 months. And I said okay. Yeah. All indicators no mobile no or the parliament the parliament approve no or catch you say some of them we are already within this half year no they are already meeting them. What the percentage now boy no because they made it for year long. Yeah. All year round indicators. But you could see some indicators that they are just about the next step to close. So even before September end, so that 1 billion that they are talking about now is likely to even make more than 1 billion. So and of course, we went to like I say, oh, they are not spending. He said he will spend with prudence. That's the key word he used. Discipline. And he will stop wasteful expenditure. And then who say President Mahama buy no for a whole 1.5 year or 18 months no. You anticipate buying your procurement. I feel no buy. But like I say, your procurement because there are some government officers you see them they are using old cars. Because that could have been a burden on our budget or the net and now say they are withdrawing more money to procure more.
So
Kojo,
yeah, okay.
I can tell you that from where I sit, I mean advocacy for business community here. Met because the entire journey na say journey on dano edu 12 a.m. na ni kuma bo brum arentia e china what will be the rate and I me the sika to my bank to transfer to pay my supplier. The cargo is at the port, it's running to the mortgage. Say important now on yes can hitting the bank. He will not allow the agent holding the documents or the bank holding the documents to listen to me. So the mortgage and rent a chisua, he's going to make losses. Now the kuma bono brum. And now our bank loan, high interest rate is going to pay. Today, banks should be forced to recalculate loans because at the time we were borrowing, now the interest rate was high. And then reference rate, prime rate, for inflation. You check inflation, you check reference rate, you check the prime rate, then you make your risk assessment, then you come out with the interest rate. That was why we were paying to the 30% and more. And then can you go to bank and borrow at that?
Okay.
And banks used to, because of that, bank used to be even borrowing to T-bills, leaving the business community. So on this note, it shows that bank will now borrow to business community, the SMEs. And he even said that Bank of Ghana, World Bank, government is in talks with World Bank to give them, is it grant or loan, to be given to SMEs on, is it planting something? Okay, oh, Kojo, okay, was about so many millions of dollars. Or say they are yet to conclude that. So I'm sorry, 2027 budget now, we're presented in November. It will be announced. Then of course the Bank of Ghana and the Women's Bank, 400 million now, it's already sitting in the escrow account. Oh, escrow account. Where I wasn't happy was he didn't give a specific date of the commissioning or launching of the Women's Bank, or say by close of this year.
Yeah.
Another year, we can't hold him accountable. Oh, now a person ABC. It's long overdue. 2 years. It's almost 2 years. You're going to 2 years in government. You cannot promise Ghanaian women, entrepreneurs, Makola women, Okaso women. They need money. They need money. The way you were fast to do the Koko Getikiti, the way you were fast to do. That's how much you would do. Now, back women's no, Mbara, I'm to Kojilun. Someone Kojilun, can me what the money is ideal. When the skirt that, escort can go, it's not trading, it's not giving birth, it's not giving interest. What do you say?
But yes,
Oh, my God, what say?
Business committee. And so I can tell you, whatever was presented, I am all for it.
Okay.
On the taxes, on the electronic issues, no.
Yes.
When say there are certain shops or malls, if you go, they will ask you, do you want VAT receipt? It should be compulsory. It should be part.
Okay.
Share another area, a gray area, now among Kano, any carpenters, carpenters, any masons are more discover Ghana and still business. Still been we see fear and still been a bar or charge one. Sky a debate to and Kano. Obi at the office, you say, could go, yes, ask an own himself. I mean, who's anybody, your respect. Mason. Skamojo Ghana Hano.
Munye coupon for artisans.
What do you say? These are areas that we have to explore. And then Obi will have we call it to say cantonment, mean yeah advert, but to be to say Antimuna Wachi. Tell him, popular joint.
Yeah.
Go back come to 10, come to 11, and now come to 4 Wachi joint. Sikamuto Omunyeno. Such a person on theaters. And then I can say, "Oh, crop was okay. I'll be at the table, no." Now, example to say from 250 to 750,000, or no, or sit down reality store on if you or rent it. No, you come and tax him, and they will not tax that person.
Okay.
So we need to, I think that we will engage.
Okay.
I'm sure GRO. No, there's no wait for GRO to engage us because GRO only come to a point of engagement.
I've called on the minister.
It is the minister. We want the minister to engage us.
Yeah.
Other than that, I want to throw a challenge to we the Ejodifono. Say, let us storm Parliament to meet the Committee for Trade and Finance jointly to see what they brought and also tell them we think they should do A or B if the ministry is not ready to meet them. But I think that the minister is ready to engage.
Okay.
His deputy is more than engaging.
Okay.
And the commissioner, because when they get to GRA, at that point it is implementation. And so this is the right time we can go because or present it, meaning it is before Parliament. I don't know whether it has gone through first reading or second reading or whatever because
it hasn't gotten there.
It hasn't gotten there.
So if it hasn't gotten there, then that means we can do an input. Okay. Or we can meet the ministry before even they can withdraw it and then represent it.
Okay, all right. But as a par, this one says that congratulations to Honorable Finance Minister on the successful presentation of the 2026 mid-year budget review. The submission was well structured, comprehensive, and reflective of the government's commitment to prudent economic management, fiscal discipline, and sustainable national development. It provided clear insight into the country's economic performance and outlined practical measures to strengthen growth, create opportunities, and improve well-being of all Ghanaians. We commend the Honourable Minister and the entire management team for a commendable presentation and wish them to continue with this success in the implementation of the proposed policies and programs. This one is from Ras Idi from Eye in Suta and not the way by Sutakwa, my God. Me and you on this matter. So, in front of me is what the minister said about the AI airport. Even though you're better I can one sempe. Now, his analysis was looking almost about 366,000 import declaration. I mean, or say valuation risk was 24%.
And sorry, and he also said that they will scrap the 20% excise duty on locally made fruit juice.
Yeah, fruit juice. Yes, I heard that one too. Yes, it's true.
And touchdown.
And then he says it has also helped to dictate under-declared imports. And after so say increased access custom collection was over $300 million. So I had it.
Unyamia Daruma, technical committee,
Okay.
No, your last meeting, your momo be live presentation.
Okay.
On so far the success story of the AI. Na kwambi so no kakra omo build it.
Okay.
Because developers no e wo cream. Womu enni babia intino kika man ikosi ye ne say the AI aspect of it now should capture the way we do our things in the country. So I say, sana AI pe. Ko AI no, who feeding information na ono so aye ni ye e di amount. It technical committee, I think that it was the first success committee meeting everybody was satisfied. I think so Obioko Bibia, the chairwoman, omo eba nyina no any je say o chair meeting ni. If he say problems na ewo ho no, they are ready. Kudos to Mr. Bilson, Assistant Commissioner CTSB. Yeah, he is such a giant for Ghana Customs. Mbapano waya adie. Me fa kwan we so na me mona baso. Because mushe nimfia wedi a o senko transia or relaxing. But this man is not relaxing. He's working very hard just to get things going. Na system no so emunye din na obi bia benefited from what the government is doing. Mebona basopa. Okay. We had a very fruitful technical committee meeting.
Okay.
We are looking forward, sir.
I wasn't in. I think I was.
Yeah, you yes. You were to Kwan Kakra. Inti ni here Kwan Zombe sign organizing na ya toa enkomo so. Na still adwedifo bi fi say AI no wiayen in a way. Make up for more asem. If you say ama taxes no import duty le bi kosoro. So no na ekosoro saa dia yen adwadifo no ba ye tu omfo kakra bi ni akere om de oso omo ye eno so na ema mo ho ntom so no nti ye besre se egusua etretre omo nkoso no omo frame meeting no omo nchen do omo ye na baby anano ye kasi ye se omo be factor niema bi e di ahyehyem na clearing agents no so atimi edi no kre atimi a presenting omo documentations na omo di atoto nsaniani na duty no anko peja bebrebe. In fact, so about Commissioner Basso no. Commissioner menene wa asem ye nya nwie ntimi mmo na Basso sese. Gisi ye wie o mami hu se ya ka asem na wie afi na ene ma mmo na Basso. So no. Omo ye adwuma. The man is a tactical man.
Ojo.
Yes bia.
Yeah besre kwan ye wo other meeting me na ya ma ye nua he's more than capable to handle you for a final conversation.
Both
of us.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe he said just 10 minutes. My point is here.
No.
Because I need
let them take it on. Okay, now come in.
2 minutes
Okay, clearly. So, Mami started with you.
Don't start on you.
What's it?
What's that on you?
I will just be briefly. Yes. What is it?
On the AI matter.
Me call me.
Okay.
Now, Obi who knows, Asaki. Why ye? My ye. Also, Metro body penalty.
Me David.
Aha. Also, I say, oh, 34 in
nobody did.
Now, you won't one. Sorry, you know, as you say. Yeah, and then minister say, oh, yeah, over $300 million.
Dollars.
Hey. Until I say, see, when you skip, papa. Yeah, you're fine. And me say, me as a minister of Grandpa, Bessie and me, minister. Bessie and me, no castle.
Finance minister?
Me go see a crowd and bonus with that. Me catch all, plain, Kojo. But me catch any pan say, me a Ghana. And then me can't say, me work China and India and Hefa. Can they do that to their country? Can you do that there? China, in veritas, they will hang you. And I want say, you will be hanged. So I am a Ghanaian and I supported a Ghanaian. And I'm happy that today the fruit is there. But the issues that my brother raised, and the government is ready to engage, I'm so satisfied. And so when they bring the policies, now that they are making more money, when we go to meet on them on a round table, we can knock our chest and say, if you are getting this, we want you to bring some of the taxes down for us. With both decisions, with both approach. And that's the way forward to go. Madam say.
Okay.
My main take it for no can say government is ready to engage, you know. My main can be being chromo. Yeah, it's a young kwala. Mo ya dia, one person won't be factor for in a man, one person we know. I make a picture ministry, finance ministry, no. Because so omo engagement no omo hwana mo friend hwana mo consult no endra omo from media house bi omo friend mo ha
Dabi
I cry from your from I challenge them they should come out and mo yes a big programs mo intime invite media house bi mo selecting crofo
na your stakeholders right here
ma friend
yeah you for it and omo engage on this media budget
ma make am asem now ma obaji masem me pa show ma make am asem because yeah ye wie you ye bo ma baso no yebo mabaso no ene yemo de o se mpenifo yifi he ye gya yebusuafo wo fi ne ye o ma gara ne mumunti mo ya de mo factor in as some people don't care about us ene obi so ya na obosa me jefidin obi aso na obosa me jefidin ye bo go besi me jefi e dey ntra
ena eduji temoklo
e dey ntra same no so obofo o ye nipa te se ma same office no to so chairman scam microfo o mo ko ho no obi tie wasem because some food will be over. Oh, be over. I must really come with nobody is talking about it. Eh, there. I want to say, in Kwanani Guana. To engage what? More yard, yeah. Yeah, factor, yeah, coffee for Kumebi. Yeah. You go for Kumano, or may defend them. Watch him, or may defend them. See Anna Moye. Maba Bemuda. See Anna Moye. And now what to Monsieur Government and I'm with the have buying resim, will be able to come as him. You ever catch them? Yeah, you never catch them. You share most of money acquiring by console. I rest my case.
But I said this answer is good evening, host. In fact, I think your panelists should at all costs look for the finance minister and educate him on their thoughts. They are very good. Carlos Ofwe Efi Eye Zenu Ena Ede Ebaye. And this one says you are doing a good job. The MP for Brekum West, generally known as Kwabnatre Stuttgart, is doing a great job on Osenedia or the Ebaye and no. So, Rana Poku, so 300 million. Fantastic. 24 are flag evaluation recs. So that is where maybe the problems in our work can MSA Fibano.
Oh, sir. Yeah, I know. Afa kwan bebre so agisi ka bi afredwede for ho a when you come to our officer complaints are ho no ano ye den ba me afutu a me wode ma aban we ene ne hyehyɛ ne say business community no say why engage business community now de wa ho oden bi a wo ene mra wo ye wa adwen say udi betietia business community na utietia wa ho so.
Okay.
The ripple effect ewo mu no one e besa betia. Because businessman bi eni ho no mu a obetumi ato form say timo.
Okay.
O ye yire ne said dear na wo gini nsemu adia. Ono so be je free Ghana for. On say I keep repeating this. At the the finance minister was saying say and Ghana for ton offer enya no kre. Ghana for ho kire o mo pa. Mimi tidwom. Ho no adosu o my way mu. Awurade no. Enya asam keto. Eti me at a point, okay, Ghanaians are happy. No, some are happy. The majority of them are suffering. Yeah, Emma politicians, enu omo no monsre. Asemu fie. Yen hwani nsiesie. Ekwan no omo nam so no ye kwan papa. But ye tutu ni ye a emu beye mre ama ordinary person no. See how me know kase. So unim pressure gina also.
Yeah, micropa.
What I say? Ifie abonten. Obi afi say uti TV so ntu betumi aboa. But e be a situation is on tesa.
Micropa.
So no. Eti no za oba na be kase e na Ghana for mpre ya de Ghana for ehun aton da bi kase na o se nko kase Ghana for bidom ehun atowon yeguso ye omo aka no so betowon Ghana ni beti ase say you acknowledged say ahochire de na wo be kan traze Ghanaians are enjoying entisa enye no kresa
because clearly so we share the air corner like na yes analysis me so me the same to cancer na me say
wanya ni ye
I mean clearly yeah catch you say adeni to me to also so inflation about from 5.7 figures books it looks very fine but we kwase ho no mo entesa e wo ase ho no mo
I think say aban mufuo bi tiemia I think they should underline this. It's not like that. Say omu bisa yen na ye kire wo mu a nkom benya sante ase
I didn't be mu kire omo sa
de ntia sa ne say also the AI aba
yes
nipa no oyi niema no watua more than what he's supposed to pay wakope bosia betua e the amount onya 300 million
yes dollar
why nentua says Ghana
okay
enye Ghana ni e be cha manatua o de beto so ama Ghana ni no wa betua neka enti no I just say ubodo no na wa ujo na wotopa enkosi aga enu ti na yere say omu take decisions they should take along the business community no omu tie business community ne ye how na omu factor ne ina ye betimi aye in such a way say enema bi betimi aye mre he was talking about leakages
yes yes
finance minister wo mu say he's being impressed sikano wonya bi but still me betimi aka say almost about 40% is still leaking away what I say we have recommended to them say imports na ebano ye standardize bi
and then the
ye cut standardization no ye van is there wona wo say okofa car engines used car engines 40-footer container and now di bewura o mine nya finance minister na suma wo ya yemra say under declaration and abaku ye ka ho classification so wantimi an classify on niema ni yie antimi an kire niema kra e wo container nu na yemfa ne say standardization ye adwuma otomra
okay
obetimi atua 300 penalty counts. These are some of the things they should introduce. It is also engine 40 filter container and alcofa bar. Ye best scanning no. Na ye engines nko a. Abane twa to say engine 40 filter container no. Eye 300,000 for 40 filter container. Standard. What they say engine 40 filter ne ba 300,000 na mame.
Okay.
What I say? Koko for container. And one say me so aban me di mani be hwem e de me scan ahwem say e no crazy e used engines nko a and now the aba. There the government can count his money. Furnitures. Yes, it be a 40 filter container of furnitures. Say your tables nko a. Say your living room set so on a board. Ebia oba standardization mu a 40 filter container na ban say living room setting kwa ebia standardization no wetumi atua 300,000 and 100,000 for 40 filter container. Finance minister wetumi attract them akaini sika. I say a living room setting kwa ba na wotwe me etan me kabo mu a say na menya. What I say? But so jai emma system ni say na obi na ye evaluation and obi na ye we ya. Sa chain no. Chain for no didi sa bepem post class say try.
Wow.
Obi adidi. Enti leakage na ho na wo. Eni ba bia o. A free sa process ni ba bepem clearing. Ehona leakages ni nyina wo. Enti sa all the standardization ye adwuma. Na sa me kofa furnitures a me classify ni ye. Na aban na timi ehunu say we na wom. Enti ye baju say. Eye no ye twato. Ubusu a emra no ebediu. Why education ama traders in United Asia? You bet me a start na kakra. A standardization.
I get it.
Aba ni be hu ni sika. Ama odwadi ni no so timi a project e kwa obefa so obeton nneema. Eho eni ebetimi enya price stability no.
Okay.
What I say? Say ya nye standardization no anhunu a price stability emma. Because every day be amekwa yi niema bia no AI ediskani bi to so kakra finance minister ni age onya sika into on the nani beje but how about a form ni ne because young traders and business people no we hold the most dangerous card in the country are politicians enim you bet me a sell by now so easy
Yeah.
what I say
Yeah.
you best say now.
Yeah.
And yeah, share because say coordinated. Though in as much as say kasa, you ready for it here. In a way we can coordinate it. In a way, so no system now na coordinating no. Because okofa ebi abeka won de beto so no akachire ni nua we no so ebi kra no onkofa bi o. But we na oye major import na akano no so the atoso bonze a cost na within the market cycle no price na sesa price betimi asesa within makola within an hour shop bi o bi abetimi ahunu say no ade we ne bo no cost ru say you
Okay.
so ahunu etino ye besre
Okay.
in as much as say almost share on mine ye no I keep on advocating say they should take traders along.
Okay.
So muja ho no muja business people no wa. Asem na ato. Because you will lose the credibility before people.
And I won't consistent we so answer na
Dabi.
dwedi nkomo.
Ebina you are to force in case Ghana for one ton. Me sure say no be dinner temple. Say omo kan omo anu ba omo trim.
Yeah.
So mbezi dinner temple say e twa tem didie e fa no ho na dwi anko benya notebook be 1000. So you know no krano ne kan den.
Yeah.
But omuntie
All right.
because yen yet form.
Okay.
And a form nso de otia den ya ubehunu de ekoso nyina.
Okay.
So no, and our politicians no any technocrats no ba be twa picture when ni beje and de achiro. But na form ho enye.
Yeah.
So no.
Rana Poku, Meda CA Pa, say a Tunsa friend you may only a EBD and Como, a General Secretary, my Traders Advocacy Group, Ghana Tag, and then no Edin Command Officer Techi Ado, Head of Communication, Abuso Can Spare Parts Dealers Association, and Officer yes, Samson Asaki, Executive Secretary, and my Importers and Exporters Association, and no more Edin Como. And then we went down to the grassroots to really tell us. We and your politicians of our services here, we just want to understand from Omudijano and how we feel when it comes to the media review. Now, this one says I'm enjoying your show, but I want to ask, what is the government doing about the fishing sector? Are we part of the government budget plan? We have Roxen for Mumford Central Region and now the way by. Yes, indeed. I mean, the fishing sector.
Yeah,
I think I did not really hear anything from there. Yes, clearly, man, TBB and Fiona, but I'm sure it's a good question. Mumford, Roxen will be Sano. And I had any Jumediano, ABC, heavily produced by Richard Appiah Sapona Fisu. Eunice, Afole, Medasi, graphics, Minia Bema, Aaron, and Afiso, Kessben Digital. Minyabema Fifi and na no in Juma. The technical man on duty led by the man himself, the boss himself, Amos Lai and Afiso Danny Kwekwananse and Roland Abdullah and biggest and the Munina Medamunina and Afiso Kumasi MCR Damunina se and Juma Pa Moye Ama Yenina. To meet again next week, you know, you better be on the point. You didn't come for about Bishao, Kessben TV. So, meeting at the Kojo Preko Dankwah. Have a wonderful evening.
No permission, I wanna live my life, yeah. Man can't school him, that's why they turn my vibes on. If my two legs cut, I go fly. You can never hold me a python. Beat my chest, I go fight. If you don't want cry, no go try, no. I don't need no bad energy. I just wanna give my life remedy. Play that best melody. I don't ever get that for no enemy, yeah. My bad days are gone. Think I know many days I run. So good I want. So many things I've done, only be a lot of places I've gone. In your life, oh, in your life,
Can I give you my number? Make I take you see mama. If you go talk away, I know, see no other.
See, they call me. You want my money, daddy. You they call me honey. Odogu na money. You want chop my money, hey, you say daddy, do you like the body? You they shake out for me, you they do me conny, hey, you they do me conny, you they do me conny, in your life, oh, in your life, oh, in your life,
Can I give body.